Hello guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. For those who have subscribed, thank you. For those who haven't, please do so. I would appreciate it. My target is to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of this month. So guys, I just want to quickly explain something here, right? Trading is all about timing, and you need to time the market, right? So for instance, we all know the market opens at 10 a.m. South African time, right? So as you can see, we opened there, we opened 10:30. Here we took a buy around 12. Those things are very important. On the 3rd, we took a what? We took a buy when around 10, right? So let me go to the markets and explain something. This has to do with trend lines and what's currently happening in the world, right? Market structure 101, let's go. So as you guys can see, on the first it was around here. The first was around here, right? Yes, that's when the first around here. So what do we do? Sorry for the background music. So what do? We know that we know the market is already on a downtrend, so we're looking for biasness for what? For sales, right? So let's go on a 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart on the first, the first, I believe this was the second, this was the first, right? So on the first, what happened on the first? We took a sell around what? Around 10, right? So here's something interesting. This is the area. Let me do this. 4 hour. No, okay, I'm not a video guy, so but anyway, let me put it on 15 minutes. Yes, 15 minutes. Where is it? Here, right? So we all know that the market was going up to retest that long time frame trend, right? The 4-hour trend. So it retested the, that's why we entered what? Around 10, right? Look at it. 10, where's 10? 10 is around here, 10:30. We entered at 10:30. There is 10:30 there. Why did we enter 10:30? Because certain patterns do repeat themselves. Look at it. There's an overlap between the previous day and the day we're trading, right? And that overlap creates a new, some sort of like a trend line right here. It usually happens right before the market closes and when the market opens, the few hours before the market opens. There's always an overlap. Well, not always, but there's, when you see this pattern, just know that there's an overlap of what? A smaller trend line within a bigger trend line. Because yesterday, the previous day's trend line, this is where it ended. It made a fake breakout, but if you look at it, continue extending this line, you realize what? It wasn't actually a fake breakout. It actually was just retesting a lot on this trend line, right? Therefore forming what? A new trend line here at the bottom, right? It's an overlap between the previous day and the new day. And then when that happens, we wait for the breakout, knowing very well that we're at the top of the big trend line. 10:30 comes out, 10 comes out, the candle closes below the trend. We have a confirmation that what? It has broken both the what you call the ranges, right? The trends. And then what happens? We enter with a sell. We go down with it. Simple. Then the following day, what happens the following day? Same story, right? We know that, okay, remember, if the big trend line was there and you went down with it, you must come back to retest it, right? Fine. And then you're gonna go down again, right? So what do? You look at the overlap from the previous day. There's the overlap. Usually before the market closes, there's an overlap almost making a trend line like that, right? Like that. So what happened with this overlap? It made it look like it's a breakout, right? To the downside. Then you enter a sell. You're gonna lose a lot of money. But anyway, so we knew that there's an overlap, early breakout, double bottom, went up. And as you know, on the second day, on the second, yes, this was the second. What time did we trade? Around 12, right? So timing is very important, guys. Timing is very important. 12 was around here. 12 was around here, right? We traded at 12. What did it do? We went into a drawdown to test what? To test the double, the neck of the double bottom here, and then we went deep into profits. Well, not that deep, but we went into profits, right? Knowing very well we are cautious of what? That red line there at the top. The only reason we didn't hit take profit is because what we follow it with a positive stop loss. You never really know when it's gonna break out, so you just keep following it with a positive stop loss. One day when it breaks out, it might break out, maybe retest and continue, because you never really know when it's gonna break out. But anyway, so that's what happened on that day, right? If you guys can see, there's not a lot of move compared relatively to the previous day, because what, it's that small range where it's going back to do what, to retest that bigger trend line on the bigger time frame to continue going down. And what happened on the third? That's exactly what happened on the third. We did what? We came in here, right? So, but important thing, look at the overlaps, right? Usually before the market closes and when the market opens, just before open, and then it does whatever it does, right? So when you come here on the third, remember, must keep in mind the 4-hour trend line, right? The 4-hour trend line. There's the 4-hour trend line there, right? When you come on the third, what happens? The market is here. Remember, this is all. Remember, all of this going up movement is on the day before, right? The third was here, right? What happens? Market goes down, right? Okay, and we entered there at the top. Sorry, just want to make sure people understand this. So here we are, right? On the third, what happens? We did not have an overlap, right? So us not having an overlap, okay, now we have to focus on what? The bigger time frames. When you come to the bigger time frames, you look at it, you don't need to have an overlap between 2 days. You can just have a small trend line within the day there before market opens, right? Sorry, let me just put it like this. Before market opens, first touch here, second touch there, breaking point there, right? What happened? The market broke. If you guys can remember, we did not enter. I don't think it was exactly 10 o'clock. Let me just see, but we did enter what? We did enter on the retest. Yes, it was at exactly 10 o'clock. Sorry for that. We did enter around 10 or 15 minutes later. I don't know, but somewhere there, right? Let me just check. Yes, we did enter around 10, 12, right? Timing is very important, guys. So what happened? We knew that, we knew the general trade was there, the bias was downward because of that bigger time frame trend line. So what happened? We entered, it went down. We entered, it went down, right? We entered, it went down, and what did it do? So remember, you have a low before market open, right? That's the low there. It retested the low, could have continue going down, but it did not. What second point will it could retest? Retest what? The opening price. Retest the opening price and then continue going down. That's why a lot of people probably hit positive stop loss somewhere there, but I held on to others. Well, I did hit positive stop loss on the other trades, but on this one, what happened? I also closed some manually and held on to the other ones because I knew there's a possibility that it retest the low, retest opening, and stop hands. Those are the 3 things that the market can do, right? So now we're deep in profits. What happened? We're still holding, deep in profits. And yes, this line here, the one that I drew here, the vertical line there, 18259, that's the low of the year 2021. So it might come and break this low, and then we can start seeing some movement. But for now, we're waiting, and the signal for this one is probably gonna go to the VIP only. If you wanna join the VIP, hit me up on the free group. Let's have a chat and see what we can work on. 9 minutes. Okay, sorry. At least it's less than 10 minutes. Anyway, catch you guys on the next one and keep making some money. Cheers, guys.